beast. Oh yes, let's do this. The sun's out. It's actually raining when I left my house, thinking, oh god, this is not going to be good, a bit of rain. I ain't riding bikes in the rain, but now it's the end of October, whatever the date is, I don't know, end of October-ish, and it's absolutely stunning day, and I'm excited to ride this lovely bit of kit. First impressions, first 100 meters, it's so smooth. This engine sounds not as clattery as the 1300. So this is literally my first 50 meters of riding the new 1300 GSA. And as I just said, it's got the same engine as the 1300 GS. It seems less clattery. Very, very smooth. Very smooth and very lovely. Suspension feels very plush. Very, very, very plush. A lot different to what I've just got off my 1250. Oh yeah, everything just feels silky smooth and luxurious so far. The only thing slightly spoiling my ride is the fact that because it is, mind you, it's 16 degrees, I'll say, because it is cooler this time of year, and I've just had a coffee, and that seems to steam my glasses up. So the fact that I've got a pin lock in this helmet is kind of irrelevant when you wear glasses, because steamy glasses. Now I'm in dynamic mode, so the suspension will be a little bit firmer, but I must say this, oh my god, and this front end feels amazing. It's so solid, like it's on rails so far. A little go over to the right. Now I thought what I'll do at the start of this review, obviously this is just the first impressions going out, an old numpty going out for first impressions review. Another wannabe on bloody YouTube. Oh god, not you as well. Sorry Chris from 44 Teeth, but I'm your I was at Bob from Scunthorpe, I can't remember what he said, but it was quite derogatory for little wannabes like me doing YouTube videos on the new GSA. So yes Chris, I am Bob from Scunthorpe. I'm on the new GSA. Well, this particular one's the triple black, so it's laden with goodies. And the first goodie I did notice was that blind spot indicator on the mirror as that Honda went past me. It just lit up the little triangle, nice little touch. And along with that package comes the radar cruise control, which I've never actually used, to be honest, so that will be strange. Maybe I'll give it a go in a minute on the motorway. So as I say, what I'm gonna do for the start of this review is I'm gonna go along this A road from Wollaston BMW. Thanks again for letting me fleece all your demo fleet, basically. I'm taking the Michael out of Wollaston, and they don't seem to mind. They're really good people there. So if you're anywhere in the Midlands area and you're curious to know any of the BMW range, really, get yourself down, get yourself booked in, and go out for a little test ride. What's the worst that can happen? Well, the worst that can happen is you'll buy a new bike and you'll be skint, but you'll have damn fun doing it. So this is a mile muncher. It's built to be a mile muncher, to cross continents in style and comfort. So I thought, what better way to test it is to go down the M1. Yeah, what's going on there? The old unmarked police car. Matey sitting there. Oh, and another matey sitting there. I take it someone else has crashed again. So I'm going to go down the M1. I'm just going to go down one junction, from junction 16 of Northampton down to 15, which is Newport Pagnell / Milton Keynes, just to give it a little go on the motorway, because as I said, this bike is built to munch miles. It's got a ferocious appetite for mile munching, so I thought, well, let's munch a few miles. I'm more interested to see, you know, what it's like with wind buffering, or lack of wind buffering, I'm hoping. So I'm not going to go mad, I'm going to keep it sensible. Means I'm old and sensible with my riding and driving. Be interesting to see. I mean, this particular screen's quite a nice big screen, and as you may or may not see on the camera, there's these two little other bits of Perspex-y wind deflection type affair on the sides. So hopefully that'll add to the comfort. What else has it got? It's got a humongous tank, a 30-litre tank. So yeah, you should get 360, 380 miles, depending on how you're riding, per tank. I mean, to be honest with you, that's plenty, isn't it? Oh, this thing just feels, oh my god, that is, it feels like it's going in a two-straight line. I'm riding it like mine, and the front end feels totally different, in a nice way, but in a strange way to me personally, because it's not doing what my bike done. It feels very much a GS, because it is a GS, so the DNA is well and truly in there. Right, quick look over the right shoulder, and another into the stick at motorway speeds. Right, the screen, as far as I'm aware, is in an upward position. I'm not sure what that button does. Action not possible. So riding along at 70 on the motorway, and I can conclude that you're in quite a nice bubble of air. I mean, bear in mind I'm 6'1", obviously a huge muscular alpha male of a guy, and means I've got huge massive deltoids. I'm getting a slight buffering on my shoulders, on the side of my shoulders, and pretty much down the side of my arm as well. But only like a light stroke of air, just literally a tickle. Oh, I'm not going fast. It's over here. Yeah, I must admit, this is like riding a magic carpet. I'm going along in dynamic mode, so therefore the suspension will be slightly firmer. I'm just gliding along at legal motorway speed, 70 miles an hour. As I said, the wind buffering is more or less non-existent, and I can hardly feel anything on this road surface. It's just silky smooth. The seat's nice and comfortable. This seat on the GS, the GSA, is adjustable like the last one, so you can adjust it manually by taking the seat off, and you can flip like the metal thing over, so you can have it high or low on the front and the rear. So I like to set mine high on the front and low on the rear. That's just more comfortable for me. Little blind spot indicator on there as that car's overtaken me. You've got to remember what this bike's built for. It's not a sports bike, it's not a B-road bomber. This bike's designed, as I keep saying, to do distancing comfort. Yes, it's expensive. I mean, they start at just under 19 grand. I think it's about 18.8 and a bit. Is anyone going to order the 18.8 and a bit bike? Probably not. As soon as you go online and have a look, or sit down with a salesman in the showroom, right, it starts at 18.8 and a bit. Right, but do you want heated grips? Right, if you're spending 18 grand, you want heated grips. Okay, tick that box. If you want the adaptive cruise control with the blind spots, that's another whatever. You want the aqua pivot, you can have different wheels, You can have the ride height thingy, what's it? I think that's about 1,500 quid for the ride height adjuster. So if you're not familiar what that is, which you probably will be, it's pretty much designed for shorter riders, because obviously it's quite a big bike. I think the seat height's about 880 on this. So if you're shorter and you're tippy-toeing a little bit as you pull to a halt at traffic lights and whatever, the bike will lower itself. Can't remember how far. It lowers itself that much, whatever. It lowers itself. So you can put your feet on the ground, and then when you pull away, the bike slightly raises. Apparently this has got it on it. Did I notice it when I pulled away? No, to be honest, I never even noticed a thing. So yeah, if it's on, and I'm assuming you can turn it off and on, I don't know. No idea. But if it is on, then it's subtle, because I never even noticed it. I'll have to look out for it in a minute. Right, let's flick the cruise control on. So it's the same as the old one. We flick that button on there, and then just flick that on, and our cruise control's on. I can let go of that. And I'm doing 70 mile an hour on that car. Okay, lovely. Now I've gone 68, 70. So it's keeping a distance. I think you can check the distance between me and the car in front, which I'm assuming that little green bit on the dash. I'm not going to start faffing on the motorway. How to crash on the M1, faff around with the settings and then not look where you're going. So I'm just going to stick it at that. But yeah, so basically I'm following the same distance to that car, so if it slows down, then I will slow down to maintain the gap. And if it speeds up, I will speed up to maintain the gap. It's got a very slight whirry road noise at this speed. I mean, I've slowed down to 63 now. Keep forgetting the cruise is on, but the adaptive cruise, which I've not even noticed. I'm just following that car beautifully. See, as I say, this is the first time I've used adaptive cruise control, and the fact that I haven't even noticed it speaks volumes for it when riding distance. Big thumbs up for that. At this sort of speed, there's a slight whiny sort of noise from the front end, so like a GSE road noisy thing. So going down these little tram lines, if you can see these, there's like a tram line here that's been attempted to fix, and it just soaks it up. A couple of little potholes there which I'm purposely going over. I can tell I'm going over the potholes, but this suspension, just like yeah, I'll just eat them up for breakfast, mate. There's no way I'm even going to register on your bottom that's there. Oh, now it's speeding up. I did notice this cruise control then changed. I'm so impressed with this bike so far. This is an absolute weapon. I absolutely love this bike. This bike, as already stated a million times, has got the added option of the aquapoic pipe, which, to be honest, looks stunning in its design. I'd probably have one of them if money was no object and I was getting carried away at the box ticking on the old configurator. But it doesn't really make a lot of difference to the sound of the bike, which may or may not be good depending on your attitude to noisy bikes. I think it just adds a little bit. I think it adds like a slight different tone, but nothing much. I mean, obviously this is the official one from the BMW catalogue, so it complies with all the noise police, fun police, a Krapovich in blooming laws. I never spoke to one of the salesmen, David. David, you are my favourite Hungarian. The fact that I only know one Hungarian is irrelevant. You are my favourite. And David said to me, literally an hour ago, he went on a course yesterday in Wales with work. Diverted. yes, let's go that way. He went on a course with this bike, and apparently the gearbox on this, apparently on the gears, it learns your style of riding. So even this manual one, because obviously there's an ASA one, the automated shifty thingy. It's not an automatic, it's just, you know, it hasn't got a clutch. One of those kind of automatic ones. So you've got that, and you've got this one, you know, the normal manual one with a clutch. And apparently the system will learn how you ride, your riding style, and it will adapt accordingly. I don't know how that will manifest itself in what I'm doing. But yeah, it sounds like some good old trickery-pokery going on. Brakes work fine, absolutely as you would expect. Quick shifters sublime on the up and the down. Brakes are very progressive and not snatchy, not wooden, nice feel to it. Quick shifter was very nice then. It just if I'm going slow like this on a 1250, especially first to second, which I was doing around that roundabout, I would probably use the clutch first to second, and at that speed going around that roundabout at a slight lean. The reason being that it's a little bit it's a little bit jerky from first to second, unless you like pinning it. But this is a massive improvement. No jerky. People are still saying that, oh, the quick shifter's a bit agricultural. Alright, I've come from a 1250, so I'm used to it. But I must admit, this is, man, look, you watch 4th, 5th, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. It's just like, seamless. Oh, this is just sublime to ride. Considering it's a big bike, it's not till you go like that and you think, well, that tank looks a bit wide, which it is. But if you're used to riding GS's, this doesn't feel any bigger or any heavier than what you'd expect a GS to feel. It just feels like a GS to me. It feels like a GS, which is slightly improved over the last model, the 1250 GSA. I mean, to be fair, I haven't rode the 1250 GSA on a regular basis, as I have my 1250 GS. But the noticeable difference is how smooth everything is. Everything feels slightly more refined. The engine feels smoother. The transmission feels smoother. As I've already stated, the quick shifter up and down is noticeably smoother. And the biggest plus for that smoothness is at low speeds like this. I mean, just that into first as well, just beautiful. Right, I'm gonna try and even the low speed, the front's stable-ish from my limited riding ability. I tend to find it difficult riding these in a straight line at this first gear sort of speeds. See, third, fourth. I mean, that's lovely. You expect the quick shifter to work smoother when you're pinning it, but in reality, when you're riding at normal road speeds, you can just use a quick shifter and it's fine. No jerkiness at all. No need to use a clutch. It's absolutely perfect. I can't believe how nice this front end feels. Whatever they've done, I mean, they've revised the telelever system over the previous 1250 model. 654, 3 even. 2, 2, Let's go through Newport Pagnell, shall we? There's a pothole there. Let's go down that. Ooh, soak that up nice. Purposely went around that pothole. Right, I'm in Newport Pagnell now, which is the home of Aston Martin. Oh, let me stand up and exhale some methane. Seems an awful waste on a motorbike. Much better when you're in bed, unless you've got a wife, which fortunately for the sake of methane sniffing I haven't. Low speed town manners now. Oh, it's not a massive town, but gives me a good idea on how this is going to go. This is these sort of like down into first gear, absolutely perfect. Front end nice and stable, no wobbling. Oh, I used the clutch then by muscle memory to go from first to second. So I'm plodding along in second gear doing 24 miles an hour. The fueling is, as you would expect, sublime. No jerkiness whatsoever on the throttle. I don't feel like I need to grab for the clutch to sort out the jerkiness. Absolutely perfect. Just hover along at 25 miles an hour. See, coming up, ladies and gentlemen, is Aston Martin. On your right there's some factories, on the left there's some beautifulness there. So if I ever become a really famous YouTuber, I'm going to go in there and buy one of those loveliness. Aston Martin there, Aston Martin there, some, oh look at that one, that's undercover. So yeah, this is the Aston Martin factory. Let's go over this speed bump right in the middle. Ooh, lovely. Didn't even lift my body off the seat then. Wagwan fam. Yeah, nice. Just stop here. This is so easy to ride. I can't believe how easy this is to ride. Both cameras seem to be still working. The sun's out. I'm on a beautiful GSA. Something's bound to go wrong at some point. I've never had a day like this. No, my glasses definitely are full today. The Riveroo's on the left and the right. But this is beautiful. Look, let's have a little stand up, see what it's like. Oh, it's got the beautifulness of the standing up position. Look at me, everybody. I'm on a GSA. I'm having a lovely time. Should we go that way? Yeah, let's go that way. Oh, yes. I need to find somewhere to stop and admire this beast. Because I know what you're thinking. Since I've been on this bike, I haven't mentioned it. But the looks of this thing. Let's get rid of the elephant in the room, shall we? The looks of this thing are, like anything, divisive. Meaning, some people will like it, some people won't. Maybe Marmite, I don't know, it's quite in that extremes of like and dislike to call it a Marmite bike. But when they done the reveal pictures when it first came out, and the first thing I done was thought, oh, looks like a Lego bike. And I noticed it got like 1 million comments on the old Facebook post or whatever it was. So anyway, I clicked on it, see what people are saying. The first impression review of all the internet trolls. And lo and behold, everyone was slagging it off. Well, not everyone, but I'd say a good 70-80% were slagging it off. Oh, it looks disgusting. Oh, you must be on drugs to design that will never sell. It's violence. I was a bit like, ooh, that looks a bit weird. Especially from the side with that squarish looking tank. It looked very, Lego looking. Very Transformer, Lego. Almost, yeah. I was a bit, for a good week, I'd say. I mean, don't get me wrong, I never lost any sleep about it, but it was a bit strange to look at, I thought. Because nobody likes change. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, whatever, mate. I mean, now which way is Bedford? I was going to go towards, that's down there. Going to go towards there and pick up some more familiar routes. Oh, this turns so nice, because I'm not even trying to turn, but it does turn beautifully. Yeah, so I was one of those ones that, man, I don't really like the looks of it too much. And then when I seen it in the flesh, well, this was the first one I actually seen in the flesh. It's been in the warehouse at BMW for a few weeks, so I was fortunate to see it probably 2 or 3 times a week, and I'd always make a beeline if I'm walking through the warehouse to get something. I'd always like, oh, look at that, there's the new GS, it's still there. And basically, the more I looked at it, the more I was like, well, that's it, I quite like that. So yeah, it's definitely a grower for most people. Yeah, so it's kind of one of them. It's very much, I mean, you sit, as I've already said on this video, you sit on it, you ride it, and it's like, I could go like that, so I can't see what I'm actually riding, and you know instinctively within a millisecond that you're riding a GS. So it is 100% a GS, but it's 100% GS that's been tweaked for 2025. And if I park this new GS 1300 GSA 1300 next to I want somewhere to take some nice photos with, like, I don't want to stop there, too many out. Oh, that looks quite nice. How do I turn around? If I park this 1300 next to a 1250 GSA, I hate to say it, but already this looks modern and the 1250 looks a bit dated, I think, in my humble not very relevant opinion. Oh, that was a bit of a what I need. I might park it here actually. So to conclude this video, what do I think about this beast then? Well, to be honest, when I first seen it, like everybody else, didn't really rate it. It looked pretty horrible. Now in the flesh, absolutely love it. I love the styling of it. I love the way it rides. I love the way it looks. I love the brushed aluminium tank. I like all the little intricate little bits to put on extra luggage. Don't forget, this is a mile muncher. You need little bits to put extra bits of luggage on and things like that. So I pretty much love it all. I love the way it rides. It's smooth, it's plush, it's a Swiss watch, it's a Rolls Royce, it's a fantastic bit of kit. I'm absolutely blown away by it. I've not been blown away by a bike for a long while. This is epic. Before I rode this bike, somebody said to me at the dealership, "Are you going to buy it?" And I said, "No." They said, "Why not?" I said, "Well, I've got a GS 1250, does everything I need. It's got a 200 mile-ish tank range, don't really need anything more than that. So that is an expensive upgrade that does 360, 380 mile range of tank range. Don't really need it. So why would I want to buy one of them for?" Now I've rode it, still don't need the tank range, but I absolutely freaking love it. So if you're one of these that's like, oh, it looks disgusting, and you're in the market for a big adventure type bike, don't dismiss it. Look, go down to your local dealership, take one of those bad boys out, you ain't going to be disappointed.